Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be for you is. Welcome to the Tempest, the captain's table. Have a seat. Sit a while. Sit a spell. Yeah, this ain't the Beverly Hills Billies. The Beverly Hills. Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah. Sit a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. I couldn't understand why they said take your shoes off and then right after that, y'all come back now. Why would I take my shoes off and then come back? Didn't make no sense. Of course, we were talking about hillbillies, right? Anyway, welcome aboard the Tempest. I am your captain, Captain Smoke. Someone keeps calling me Captain Chris, but it's Captain Smoke. Yeah, he'll catch up. All right. I had to show my face. Yeah, yes, I'm live and I'm real. Nothing AI here. All right. Let's go on over here and unlock this door here. Go in here and see what's going on. All right. Hey, good evening. Okay. All right. How's the music? Okay. Yeah, we'll turn that up here in a minute. All right. Let's get around here. Get around this one. All right. All right. Bring some music into this conversation. All right. Welcome aboard again. I need a sound check. Anyone willing to give Captain a sound check? Need to know my voice, the crowd, the music combination. How we doing? I'll hang around for a few. We'll see what happens. It's payday today for those of us who are retired. Not retarded, retired. Welcome aboard. Just see someone come up and someone leave. That's all right. Let's get a bit better background here than my big head. There we go. Maybe I'll change that up too. Let's put a moon up there. There we go. That's in honor of Artemis II. I didn't get to see the liftoff. I had to take off just before it was ready to go. The countdown was like at 2 minutes, and I had to go. I'll look at it later. Shout out to Dirty Mike. Hey, man. You know, man. Yeah, you know. You're always welcome, man. The link is at the top of the chat, and it's in the chat right now. That link right there. Go ahead. Click it. Lately hitting the bowl here in the background. Yeah, let's get a banner or two going. So we let them know what's happening. Yeah, there we go. Let run a couple times and go to the next one. Yeah. Michigan is the place I want to be. Rather be about 150 miles north of here. And maybe that's where I'll be buried. Who knows? It's a wonderful place. Especially when you spend half your life. I spent half my life there building up a reputation. It's important up there. Yeah. Alright, let's run the next banner here. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, for the back time. Yeah, that's for all those you thinking of mutiny. I attempted mutiny on my own channel. Imagine that shit. Yeah, that had to come from Utah. Utah, in other words. I'll be right back. All right. Captain had to go let his cat back in. Yeah. I wish he was an indoor cat, but can't have that. Mr. Reese, good evening, sir. Everybody, welcome Mr. Reese. Oops. That's the one I want to put up, duh. And the captain's cat's right next to him. Well, as always. Every night, right here on my side. She knows. She knows this is her safe spot. She safe spots anywhere she takes a nap at, actually. That's all over the house. She was laying in a basket for the dog's toys earlier. That's the way she is. Got this little ritual when she comes in. How she gets petted. It's weird. Yeah, spoiled. Who else I got to spoil besides myself? Anyway, yeah, let's get you. There we go. All right. Yeah, we did make a trip to the dispensary today, too. A couple of grams of rosin, 5 grams of resin. That was all I got. Yeah, that's all I need. I'll probably get some carts in the middle of the month. That's just how that goes. The ones I've got aren't quite. One's about half, the other one's about a quarter. So, yeah. I've been hitting those as heavy as I used to. How's the sound? Crowd, music, my big voice breaking through it. Of course, whatever mic's on this camera is face towards me anyway. But shout out to Gator Sky Exploration. I see they had a couple posts there I didn't get to before the show. Thank you, Mr. Reese. Appreciate it. Trying not to cough. I don't know, such luck. Yeah, let's end them banners. Put them up enough. There's that winch in the background. You hear that winch? Oh, she just looked over here, and I just give her the evil Captain Eye. She pointed her butt at me and walked away. Yeah, she's evil. She's trying to entice the captain. That ain't gonna happen. At least not yet. Gregory the cameraman. Hello, sir. Glad you could make it, man. I'm trying to make it to yours. I see you had a live about an hour and a half ago, maybe. I was not at home at the time. This is a fully functional channel. I can have up to 10 guests up here. Just saying. If you got a phone, if you're watching this, you could be right off to the that'd be the left of me. Yeah. Make sure I got this right. Up to that side of me. And then it'll start doing Brady Bunch shit, you know. Still smoking cigarettes, yes I am. But I've cut back quite a bit. Down to about a third of what I was smoking. Gotta get it lower than that this coming month. Yeah, we gotta play roller coaster weather. That's Michigan. Up and down. And then all of a sudden it'll be like fucking summer. Yeah, suddenly summer. I know it, Mr. Reese. It's fucking crazy. We keep getting them bands of low pressure cold front. Yeah, it'll break. It's about mid-April. Early planners are out. Yep. Coming soon. What I do is I got some old world seeds. I want to see if they'll at least germinate. And take them out back by the creek here. Don't pay any more attention to them until they start to bud. You pay too much attention to them, then anybody that drives by will seem to focus on it. So we got a bridge right here, so got to be kind of tactful about it. In Christ, I just seen one dispensary $15 for an ounce of shake. Holy crap. I was thinking about getting some moon rock. I usually make my own, basically. Take about a quarter of a gram. Put it in a pile of already broken up bud. Pack the bud around it. Put a little bit in the bottom of the bowl. Put that on top of it. Maybe a little bit more shake on top of that. The same shit as moon rocks. They're using a lot of that THCA though. The white powder and that shit bothers me, man. I don't like it. So I want to get back up north because there's a guy up there that around Houghton Lake. I know he'll know what I'm talking about. He has seeds. I don't want to get no plant from him, although I think he's a licensed dispensary now. Or he was licensed because he did have classes on all kinds of growing techniques, right down to grafting and such. I know how to do all that too. Should have learned that back in the 80s. High Times Grower Guide Deluxe, Volume 2. Practically knew that book by heart, page by page. Did a lot of guerrilla farming in my younger years. Yeah, worked out most times. Sometimes they get found, and you learn how not to beat a path to it. You gotta put it in places people can, because knows. I used to lately fly fish in Reed City, and as soon as you come in from the south end, it's part of they call it a river, but it's a creek. It runs through it, and I could always smell it growing. I just couldn't pinpoint where the fuck it was exactly coming from. And pull out trout. Yeah. Gotta go the right time of the year, though. And Gregory's kind of shy. That's all right. Once Gregory's here enough, he'll realize he's just as fucking plain as the rest of us. Yeah. I did invite Dirty when I wished him a happy birthday. I always give him a thumbs up. He gets one or two. That's me. One of them's me. He's calling Ogre to watch wrestling. I don't like wrestling. Sorry. I don't like wrestling. I liked it when I was real young, and then, I don't want to put anybody down, but I decided I'm different. All right. Yeah, how about that Artemis 2? Headed to the moon. Last I knew. I just missed the countdown. There were 2 minutes and I had to leave. My dad was a huge follower of the Cape Canaveral launches and the Apollo missions. And the day the first shuttle blew up, he died that day. It's kind of ironic. So I pay attention to what they do. And Milan. Yeah. It's kind of an oddball, but that's what happens with rich kids who are isolated from everyone else. He didn't get bullied or battered like the rest of us did. Yeah, he didn't realize there's a pecking order of money or no money. Yeah, but that's on him. Seems to treat his mama well. So she's a millionaire herself, right? No, Daddy wasn't no idiot either. He's South African. I only know how to say that because I inherited a coin collection from my dad. It's South African coins in it. That's how they spell it. It's spelled S-U-I-D. Suid. Not South. South Africa. Yeah. No shit at 42 billion. No shit. And Elon says, I'll do it for you for 21 and I'll land you. And give you a chunk of the moon base I'm building. We'll wait till we get there and then we'll hook you up. That seems to be the pace, doesn't it? Yep. These people. Yeah, here it is Wednesday, middle of the week. For me, it's just another freaking day, you know. Can I say? Well, let's put up the white moon and see if we see them going around it. It's not live, unfortunately. I wish it were. I wish I could bring up a live. There's probably a way to do it. Get a live shot from somewhere where it's not cloudy like that. Yeah. cool as hell. And I'm sure I could get a live shot of the sun right now, like Australian observatory. So they monitor the sun all the time, 24/7. Yeah, no shit. 42 billion. Think about what that could do. See, what the problem the government has is, rather than throw it away, they could go to a developer and say, 1 and 2 bedroom homes. How many 1 and 2 bedroom homes could they build? And then tell them you'll be paid in full for them, the property will be paid for, and whoever. Yeah, I don't think there should be a list, there should be a list actually. Yes. And people are homeless. You go into a community home until you can prove that you can keep your bedroom clean and act like a civil human freaking being. And then you'll be slotted in to get one of the homes. But not until then. Because I don't want to see them give homes to people who are nasty, scrub pieces of trash that don't know how to wipe their own ass, let alone clean their toilet or keep the dishes up. You know what I'm saying? And if they haven't been taught those skills, then they need to be taught. School was supposed to do that, remember? But it stopped doing that. Now remember home ec and shop? Those are all part of it. There were classes where kids that were learning how to dance. Nowadays, who the hell wants to learn how to twerk? Or let your child be taught how to twerk? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Times they haven't changed. I'm going to assign another pirate to go take care of that woman. Yeah, we are the Bank of America. You got that right, Mr. Reese. That's those avenues are being drawn back, though. I really think there should be a greater emphasis on education. Yet too many of these fucking hair-colored Karens running classrooms that, I'm sorry, but I'm going to call it what it is. They're perverted. I don't want, even though they haven't been convicted of anything, they mold minds. And if they themselves had a perverted, molded mind, I don't want my child anywhere near that person. Nowhere. Can't find it on the internet anymore, but it was called the Avalon Project. And it talked about a change in society that they had already recognized, but there was a way to switch it back. And a grand key component of that was schools. A lot of people will feel left out, but the base root of morals and character and responsibility for one's own actions be highly emphasized. It isn't. It used to be. I saw the difference when I changed high schools. It was already Karen. The teachers were talking to me at 16 like I was 10. You know, there's a big difference there. And I kept looking at him and telling him, look, because I worked at an entertainment stadium, and I said, look, I boss people around who are your age and older. You know, I tell the teachers that. Stop talking to me like I'm 10. What are you talking about? Oh my God, I could. And not until this woke shit came up, and I started to realize that's where it was starting to grow roots there in the C-class schools. Yep. Treat everybody like they were infants, basically, no matter how old they were. Yeah. I tell you, take computers, right? Take your time. Hey, stand by though. I'll be right back. Captain needs a refill, but I'll see you down there when I come back or after I get back. Yeah, all right. Cat and have it. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. House snake's got a imitation coral snake. I forget what the saying was. Is it black on yellow, kill a fellow, something like that. It's just the opposite. Yeah. He got it from a pet store. He had an aquarium, but the fish weren't doing so well. Too many temperature variations, I think. Can't be sure. Snake seems to be thriving and growing, so yeah. I used to have garter snakes. I used to get what we call olies, olicators, plastic balls, quarter barrels, and cut a hole in it, put a screen in it, where you could open and close it. And I think I had 3 of them in there at once. You feed them night crawlers. They loved it. All right. Oh, there you are. Sorry, Mr. Reese. Didn't see you there. All right. Rock and roll. Shit.
It seems every time I turn this damn computer on, it wants to update. It's like, stop it.
Yeah. I know how that is, yeah.
I don't use it too much, so it makes sense. I mean,
I grab this one up about every other day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I use my phone. So.
Yeah, I probably should start turning this one on more.
I like this one because I can. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it now. I get it charged up and I unplug it. It'll sit for days and not hardly drain it one bit. The other one would drain quick.
Right. Yeah, that other one was really old.
It's sitting in a case now. Matter of fact, sitting right there in a case.
Nice.
Yep. I don't know what good it would be. I'd like to give it to like a grandkid or something, you know. So I put it back to factory reset. Whatever that does, you know. Wipe all my shit out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else you'd do with it. I don't even think that thing would be even good for games, really.
I don't either. It'd be good for maybe like an added monitor or something. Who knows?
Possibly. Yeah, it was just basically it's what the kids had for school. Doing homework and stuff, so. Only reason I got it because at the end of the year they're like, "You want to buy it? It's $10." I was like, "I'll give you $10 for a computer." Like, I don't care.
No, I got a lot of use out of it. More than $10 worth. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I used it for a long time too. I probably used it for a good year. Suppose can't complain too much. $10. Yeah, once this weather breaks and I get my drone out, I'll use this computer a little bit more so I can go in and download my drone videos and stuff.
Yep. I'm gonna try hooking this up to that amp. I haven't got that far yet, but I think I'm gonna try it.
I'm sure there's probably a way you can.
Oh yeah, you showed me there's a cord for it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I may have to download I don't know, something that'll, arrange it, in files and all that for me.
Right. You might be able to go to just PV's website and find a download for it.
Oh yeah, I've downloaded the manual for it.
Right.
That really helped. I still can't figure out how to get that echo out of it though.
I think that's just part of. I want to say it's part to do with just the state of the art stuff. It's not a tube amp, I mean, that's all. I don't know.
It's just the position it's in when you first turn it on. It's echo, and I think there's a way to program that. You have to like dial it to something on one of the first two dials, yeah, and then push them in.
Maybe check out videos on YouTube.
Yep, that's what I've done.
I'm sure there's been a lot of people that have played around with it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I haven't really had it turned up yet. Ooh. I think, well, the environment's about to change.
Right.
His wife quit her job.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's never a good thing, huh?
Yeah. She'd been there so many years and they just wouldn't pay her any better, Oh, she was
Tapped
there.
out.
Yeah, she was topped out, basically. That's what I'd call it.
Right.
That happened to me with landscaping. I topped out. It just
Yeah,
wasn't
some of those companies, though, I mean, they're only going to pay so much because they know that they can get younger people to do it for cheaper anyway.
But check this shit out. I've looked at being a supervisor for landscape, starting at about $30 an hour.
It's good money.
Yeah, $30 an hour ain't bad at all. I don't imagine I'll have 40-hour work weeks, but
Landscaping, though, I mean, you might have more than 40 hours a week.
Yeah, and your overtime is now, and now our overtime isn't. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I've got a few companies that are looking at me. I told them I've got 8 years behind me. I've done everything from hydro seeding to retaining walls, shaping people's yards, brand new houses. Me and my brother both have done that. I know how to do it with the tractor, with the Kubota, and I know how to do it with one of those the long rakes. You know what I'm talking about? How they're like 4 foot wide, and they got really stiff, heavy tines in them, and you can pull dirt in and shape, people's yards with it. Take the bumps out of it.
Right. Yeah, I did landscaping probably 5 or 6 years. I did landscaping when I was younger.
I did all the mowing, but I wasn't always mowing. He had other shit, and then my brother always needed help. My brother couldn't back a trailer up very well, and he'd get the job sites and call me. I can't get this trailer down in there where it's supposed to be. I'll be right there. I can back up anything, man. Yeah. I was backing up semis when I was 17 then.
Yeah, you just got to remember, trailer's going to go the opposite way you're turning.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Too much. I was very loyal and very dedicated. As a matter of fact, my boss's son died, I think, in February, in his 30s, like 34, I think. He had kidney trouble, Even back when I first met him as a kid, he had kidney troubles. Sadly, he's a good guy. Loved his mama. You know, like I said, he's a good kid, man. I watched him grow up. He worked with me side by side for a couple of years.
Yeah, shit, that's how I am with my boss's kid, though. I mean, I've worked at this company for 23 years. I think his son was 6 or 7. He's in his 20s now. So it's like, damn, dude, damn near see you grow up from almost being in diapers.
Yeah.
He's a good kid, though. He's a daddy's boy, though. He's a spoiled kid.
Yeah, so was this one. He was spoiled. He was the only kid, so.
But he's still okay, you know. He doesn't. Some things go to his head, but for the most part, he's pretty down to earth, you know.
I watched this kid go from anti-marijuana in high school, and he went to college for about maybe 3 semesters. And he came home with an education in marijuana 101, 102, 105, you know. he changed. And then the party was on because we worked together.
Right.
In college, so he had to do landscaping. That's all right. I didn't mind having him alongside me, man. He worked hard, did everything he was supposed to do. I think he ran mowing after I left. After I was kind of phased out, you know. He just didn't call me back for the last season. He didn't call me back for 2016, I think it was. Yeah. He didn't call me back. That's all right, you know.
Yeah, I think weed smoking goes right along with landscaping. I mean, even back in the day when I was landscaping, every single person was getting freaking high on the job.
We had 10, 15 minutes in between, you know, going from one place to another. That's what I always told anybody. You're going to get high. That's when you get high. I don't want to see anything smoking when we get to people's property. Nope.
Right.
People got cameras. Nope.
Yeah.
That customer I was telling you about, the one I got those bonuses from. He I found out later he had 5 cameras. I never saw him. He had birdhouses, and that's where they were.
Sneaky.
They did. Well, what happened was somebody had stole some UPS shit from him. And they automatically suspect. But then he told the cop, because he told me, he says, you were suspect, but he said, I remembered I had a camera that was still working on that part of the front porch. And he said, he's about that much shorter than you. So, yeah, you little thief. I do better.
Yeah, your ass ain't ducking that camera.
Nope. I ain't going to be able to shrivel up half a foot shorter.
Yeah, that's funny.
Shout out to Hassel.
Excuse me.
I haven't seen her post in a few days. She's been posting this idiot's live shit. A few idiots, I should say. I just don't pay attention to idiots that much anymore. I can't.
Yeah.
I've had ulcers. Why would I want to wrench my gut on somebody else's misery or somebody else's stupidity? I just can't do it.
That's true. That's why I don't have none of this social media bull crap.
Yeah.
My wife gets on Facebook. She starts telling me, and I'm like, I don't want to hear other people's problems. That's why I don't have the shit. It's just a bunch of whiny ass Karens on there bitching about life. Who cares?
I have a friend, an old friend that knew my dad in Australia. He was sending me shit about Trump left and right, and I'm like, look, dude, I don't get those in my news feed for a reason, because I don't subscribe to the channels that put that shit out. I've blocked them years ago.
Right.
I block the mainstream media out. I pay attention to what I want to pay attention to, and to what people that bring receipts to what they claim. That's where I go. Like Dan Bongino, he brings receipts.
Right.
He's been there. He's done that. You see what I mean?
Yep.
I just, I can't listen to other people's crap about him. It's like, you call him an evil man, but he was a saint until he said, I'm going to go into the government and not be on the same side you're on.
Right.
And they all went, what? You're an evil motherfucker then. Well,
Yep.
wait a minute. I'm a saint until I go, I'm going to look into all the bullshit that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
He's been saying that since the 80s. They keep bringing clips up. And he was saying back then, there's too much spending going on. You need to get to the bottom of where it's being wasted.
It's true.
Because he had streamlined his own businesses. He had failed before, but he had over 530 successful businesses. Yeah, he's had some failure, but you learn.
Well, of course.
A man who says he's never failed doesn't understand the entire system of what's going on. You have to have failures. You have to feel the pain from it.
If you don't fail, you don't grow.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what life's all about: failures and getting better.
And achievements and things that work right and things that, I don't want to do that again. That's not conducive to the life I want to live.
I got a couple guys that I work with, and they talk about politics all the time, and they ask my opinion on and I say, listen, here's my thing. You form your opinion, I form my opinion. When it comes to politics, that's one opinion we're not talking about because it's not for work.
You never know who you're going to offend.
I said, we can get together after work and go to the bar. We can talk about it and maybe go out into the parking lot. I don't know, but I'm just saying. No, we talk about politics here and there at work, but it gets to a certain point, even the manager is like, all right, guys, it's time to drop that subject. Let's go to something else. It's like, thank you.
We don't want chicks with dicks swimming with our girls. Nope. No.
Politics and religion. Those are big non-work subjects to me.
Exactly. I remember.
I mean, now with religion, it's different. Like if I get somebody that's talking about it, and they're on the same page with me, fine, I'll sit there and talk to you forever. But
I can agree with any religion except for Islam. Sorry, I don't agree with it. I'll agree with atheists. I'll agree even with atheists because they have to acknowledge God. You see what I mean? But
they
Islam, I will not agree with ever. It's in my blood. I told you, my bloodline helped start the Crusaders. That cross is called the Cross du Patay for a reason, kids. That's because my ancestors, way back in the late 1200s, they started this with England. Yep. They helped fund a lot. I guess they were into exports and imports back then. Yep. And they had all kinds of extra ships in cash, and the crown was willing to help pay. Yep. Look at the 3 ships that came across to America. Look at what their sails were draped with, kids. I shit you not. It was draped with a cross du Patty on it. Because my family had a huge financial part in it all. And other interests as well. I don't know if you know it or not, but the Pope ordered my family to be annihilated. That's when they escaped to Ireland, and then they went from Ireland into Hudson Bay. That's why there is Patty Island in the Hudson Bay. My great aunt did a lot of history research on her family, the bloodline.
Pretty wild, huh?
Oh yeah. It's like, for me, I am the firstborn of a firstborn of a firstborn of a firstborn, 4 generations back. Yep. Great grandpa was a firstborn.
I never really tracked my family history.
What does it get me? Yeah, it gets me 0.
It gives you the knowledge of where you came from, though.
Absolutely. It gives me pride,
Right.
that I have that deep of a root in history. My family.
A good story to tell is worth no money, right?
I love to tell it to my grandchildren. My son would never listen. I tried to explain to him, you too can have a great responsibility in society. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit, Dad. You're always talking about that crap. Okay.
Because it's your heritage, son.
Yeah, well. He was the other side of his rearing. Nothing but envy, jealousy, hatred, and anger. His mama, at the mention of my name, will become enraged. Just because I'm out of her 5 kids, 5, actually it would have been 6, but she aborted one. Out of her 5 kids, I'm the only one who paid all his support. I'm the only one who had all the visitations I could get. I'm the only one who took custody of him in his last years. See what I'm saying? But she hates me the most. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm just glad that I didn't have to go through none of that. I thank God that, I made my relationship with my wife work, and we raised our kids, and we were still together,
Yep, right on.
Might not have always been good, but, we always found a way to make it through, and we're still here even after the kids are gone, so.
You know what my mistake was? What had my attention at that time was broken. I was depressed. And then I met my son's mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the story. I'm not afraid because nothing could ever happen of it. She was almost 16 when I met her. She told me she was 18. I didn't find out how old she was until we'd been together a little while. And I'm laying in bed with her, and there's a knock on the door. It's mom, stepdad, and little brother. All I had on was a sheet when I answered the door. They came right on. They came on in. They were so glad to meet me. Then I found out how old she was. They told me. And I looked at them and went, uh-oh. And they went, no, we're just glad she found somebody. She'd been running away from home a lot. Yeah, the years before that.
That could have went a whole different way, huh?
Oh, big time. Big time. Great big time. I was like, and she told me later, she said, I'm so sorry I lied to you. Yeah, I could have been in prison.
Right.
Yeah,
dodged a bullet as I'm sweating them.
Yeah, thankfully, not really thankfully, but they both passed on, mom and stepdad. And yeah. How fucking odd, huh?
Yeah, that's wild.
And here's what's even crazier. My sister knew. My sister fucking knew.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well. Jealousy rears its head in many different flavors.
You're not lying there, brother. For sure.
I haven't talked to my sister in over almost 2 years now. Or my brother. I'm better not knowing what's going on. Because they both kind of dangled me on hopes of me moving back up near them.
Right.
It's like, what? No. I moved back up there. You'd be lucky you know where I live.
Right.
Yeah. You find that there's growth to be had from cutting off family sometimes. There really is.
Oh, I know.
I cut my mom off for 3 years. And then I found out that she was dying. And that changed everything. Yep. And then
It will.
Well, within 6 months, I was helping take care of her. Yep. And I was with her until she passed away. Me and my stepdad took good care of her because I didn't want her to go to a nursing home and them take care of her till then.
Right.
No, she's going to stay at home where she belonged.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. I mean, even when my father-in-law passed away, he passed away from leukemia, and he had really bad dementia in the end. And it just makes you realize how short life really is, man. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Her dad was...
Like I said, my boss's son, hell, in his 30s, mid-30s. Wow. And I'm back in where I grew up, and I can't find anyone. Where the hell do they all go? They're done. They're dead.
Crazy.
That or they moved away and didn't want to remember it. And
right.
That to me is like denying who you really are. And that's up to them,
Yeah, or, I mean, sometimes people... I mean, there's times where, honestly, I've thought about moving north and just not telling nobody. Just starting over and, getting my shit together, I guess.
You see, that's what I did. That's what I did in my 20s, my mid-20s. Right. And that was right about the time all the people, not all, but many of the guys that I hung out with, they started getting caught at the shit they were doing, and they went to prison.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, Holy crap.
No part of that.
I went to creating a career rather than getting a fucking arrest record.
Yeah, for some people that's a career. Sadly.
Yeah, that's what it became. And the ones that I have found that were in prison, they all act like you're trying to set them up for some shit.
Oh, I know. I work with one.
That's because of that that prison mentality. You're so used to guarding everything, you know?
Yep.
Because you have
Looking
to.
out for only you.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know.
Rather than realizing, hey, this guy, I didn't have to go through that shit. Yeah, I did 90 days in the brig in the military. I did, yeah. You know, bad boy. And I did 30 days in the county for a misdemeanor crime. I never repeated that crime, and I was in my early 20s then. I have no desire to break the law.
Yeah. That's one thing I can say I've never seen. I've never seen the other side of bars in my life, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way.
3 times, like I said, the military, 30 days in the county, and then for the OVI, I did an overnighter. Big deal.
Yeah, they got to keep you for so many hours before they can let you go anyway.
Yeah, like 6 to 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you're sobered up.
Yep. My boss came and got me. Thank you, sir. Paid my bail. Took me about 5 weeks to pay it back. And that was at the end of the fall season. Yep. I hauled so many leaves from this one property. My fucking God, man. It had to be at least 30 truckloads every fall.
Damn.
But we were paid for it. He had to pay for it, I'm sure. My boss included the gas and all that. Richest man in Michigan. Mark Myers. Not Fred Myers. His brother, older brother, who's still alive.
Right.
What a fucking cheapskate. Mark Myers is a cheapskate. Highest tip I ever got from him was $20.
You know, it's funny. Most people that are rich are the cheapest people in the world.
But one of the multi-millionaires, because Mark Myers is a billionaire, this other millionaire, $200 at the end of every season in an envelope in cash. Thank you, Chris. You've done it once again. You've done a wonderful job. $200 is a big fucking deal. And here's what's really odd. We had like a Christmas party, and then 2016 was going to come up, and I didn't get called back. My boss gave me an envelope with $100 in it. He had given me $300 the year before.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck happened?
And thanks for the slap in the face.
On my way out, basically.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't hold too much grudge to that. And then, March came, no phone call. April came and I called him and he's like, I kind of got enough people to do what we're doing here. I heard it. Thank you. Okay.
The people I work with, it's crazy. We have Christmas parties every year. I get, for I'd say the last 15 years, I've got $1,000 Christmas bonus every year, which to me is great. You know. Then there's people that's like, oh man, was it so funny as this company brings in $1,000? I said, dude, there's 20 people that work here. I said, do you realize that That's $20,000 alone, if not more, because I'm sure other people are getting bigger bonuses or maybe not as big, but say average 20 grand. Then he's paying for all the food, paying for whatever we're doing. I said, you ungrateful sons of bitches. You know, it's like, dude, he doesn't even have to give you freaking nothing. He could just be like, hey, Merry Christmas, give you the day off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just think different. It's something that if the boss doesn't have to do it and he does it, be grateful for it, you know?
I would think so. I would think so. After 8 years, I missed a day and a half in 8 years, dude. A day and a half. I just, I don't, I couldn't. But that was the first trigger, and then him not calling me in March, at the end of March.
Right.
He told me, oh crap. But I had already put in for disability, and it was about a year later it kicked in. Yep.
Yeah. No, people nowadays missing work is a common thing. I mean, I just did what I think last week was 23 years I've been there, and I can probably count on one hand how many days I've missed in 23 years.
Yep. You have a loyalty and a dedication to what you agreed to do when you hired on.
Well, that's what I tell everybody. I said, listen, you might not like the way it's ran, what he says, but guess what? You're not signing your own paycheck, so that's what it is. He's paying your bills. You're living okay, so stop bitching about it.
Exactly.
The door you came in goes the other way.
It's not sealed to let you out.
Right. You didn't sign a contract saying you had to be here for 8 years. You can leave whenever you want. Please do.
What do they call that? Something to hire or hire to something. It's where both the employer and the employee have agreed to nothing other than I can quit when I want and I can fire you whenever I want.
Well, that's Michigan law now anyway.
Yep. I like
I mean,
that.
I can walk in and look cross-eyed at my boss and he can be like, go home, you're done. I mean, he doesn't have to have a reason. Basically, I can walk in one day and the boss is like, we don't need you, you're fired. Like, okay.
Yep,
whatever.
That's under what I was saying. That's
right.
You're under no contract. You're not under contractual obligations. Because otherwise, if you do a contract, it'll either have a term limit, a time limit, or an amount limit. One of those three key components have to be a part of it.
Yeah, I forget what they call that in Michigan. It's
free to hire, free to fire. It was. It wasn't. That wasn't it, but that was the gist of it. You can quit whenever you want, but they can fire you whenever they want.
Right.
I was a supervisor and I had to do that. Well, it was either that or get a charge for having THC in my system. And then play the game that this supervisor had everybody there playing on trying to hide the fact that they were stoners and go through the rigmarole and the classes and all that shit and then still act like, oh, I'm not, but still doing it. See what I mean? It was weird. The politics there were. And what was funny is, here's what's funny. The guy that owned that business ended up passing away. Him and his wife lived next door to that one Mo property I was telling you about. They gave me a good bonus at the end. She liked me, but I was married at the time, so I didn't pursue it anywhere. I got a feeling that I could have wrangled myself into a good position there. See what I'm saying? And then what I would have done is rallied the rest of the employees to file a lawsuit on this motherfucker because he was Mr. Prick off from all marijuana smokers. You can't be that fucking anti-focused. See what I mean?
Right.
Hell, he was in his late 50s and playing on a hockey team, trying to relive his hockey youth. See what I mean? He was full of his hockey days. It was weird.
Yeah.
The politics there were fucking oddball. Then you had some people seeing other people that were there that were married. You know what I mean? And everybody knew that, yeah, she's married to some dude that works at some other factory, but he's doing her, and he's trying to get into her. Oh my God, I didn't want to give a fuck about none of it.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I
couldn't be.
It's at will.
At will, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, at will employment. The only state that doesn't have that is, believe it or not, all U.S. states except for Montana have it.
Wow.
Basically meaning employers can fire employees at any time for any reason or no reason without legal liability, provided the reason is not illegal. Exceptions include discrimination, retaliation for whistleblowing, or violating public policy. So that's pretty much
at will. Yep. And you can quit at any time as well. Yep.
Yeah. Don't even have to give 2 weeks.
No.
I mean, most of the time, if I'm going to quit a job, though, I'm going to at least try to give a 2-week notice if I'm still in good with the company, you know?
Well, with that company that I was with, I was second shift supervisor. I come in and I look, and there's a nurse in the break room. The plant supervisor walked out of there and came right at me and went, "What did you get done last night?" And I walked him over to like the 5 fucking things that I did. Usually no one gets more than 3 done at these tables, special tables that needed holes and tap holes and all this other shit because they were going into these research units. But anyway, I showed him that. And he's like, "Oh, well, you need to go in there and get a swab test before you start." And I'd already punched in. I'm thinking, what the fuck? And then I meet this one kid. And I look, and he's got aluminum pieces in his mouth, and he's swishing them around in his mouth before he goes in to take the swab test. And I went, "Oh, fuck, I'd blow a joint coming to work." I'm like, "Oh, fuck no." I walked right over the time clock, ching, and got in my car and left. No.
Yeah, screw you.
Exactly. I wasn't going to get swabbed and then go, "Oh, you've been smoking marijuana. Oh, my God." You know?
Yeah.
And then go through the same shit that them other employees that have been there a few years had already gone through. No. You're not gonna put me in a corral and rope me around, motherfucker. No.
Well, plus, at that point, if you drop dirty, that's going to go on. You know, you go to another employee in the future, they're going to call that employee, and they're going to be like, "Well, he got fired for drugs."
Exactly. And that's what I was looking at. I wasn't going to tarnish my reputation.
Yeah.
No. I quit because I didn't like them.
Right.
And they couldn't prove otherwise. They can't say, "Well, he didn't want to do a drug test." Here's the thing. Legally,
all right.
Legally, they didn't know this. Those employees didn't know this. They have no motherfucking right to do that to you, to surprise, we're drug testing you right now. No. That was so illegal, dude. But
Technically, by law, the only way they can drug test you is if you get hurt on the job.
yes. For insurance, for insurances, yep.
Yes. So that way
Yep.
you can be like, okay, we took blood, he got hurt, he did have drugs in the system, so now that gives that company reason to say, okay, you can't sue me because it's on you. You fucked up.
Yep.
Even if it was the company's fault, it's still your fault because you dropped dirty.
Yep. I think that was the smartest move I could have made right then. And it was.
Oh yeah, that shit would have followed you around the rest of your life.
And then I went right back in, because I'd already landscaped a couple of years. I went right back to it. Pissed off some motherfucker that was doing a piss poor job anyway. Because I took over mowing. And he missed like every other week he'd miss a day. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like you got behind, you know what I mean?
Right.
You'd catch up within 2 days, you know. It was always easy. It was held by 4 o'clock every day. I was done. I was always there by 7:45, no later. Had to start at 8. Sometimes I get there at 7:30 and sit there in the back behind the pole barn where all the equipment was. I'd sit back there in the part where we all parked and get wasted. And then I found out he put cameras up. I'd get wasted at home and then go to work.
Right.
I lived like 3 miles away, so.
Yeah, you were good then.
Oh yeah. I just get up a half hour earlier. You know?
Right.
Hell, I'm still on that clock. 5:30, I'm up every morning. Even when I drink, I get up for a little bit. It's just in me.
Yeah. Got that internal clock going.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, it becomes 4. It's now 4:30. 4:30 now, because of the time change. No.
Right.
No. It's just the opposite. It's just the opposite. Like 5. It's 5:30 now, but when we go back to in the fall, it'll be 4:30. 4 o'clock, 4:30. I'll get up. But I'm still getting up. I still sometimes get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Through that.
You know,
I smack my head on the wall and make myself go back to sleep.
No, the only thing I won't do when I get up that early is get high. I won't get high because it'll be about 7, 8 o'clock and I want to lay back down. So I do. I don't want to wake up that fucking groggy from being stoned again, you know? So
Right.
I don't want to do it. That rum's going down really good tonight. All right.
Oh, is that way even with drinking? Even when I was drinking hard, I mean, we'd go out and party for a weekend, and these people be getting up early in the morning cracking beer, and it's like, I'm like, dude, I have to wait until at least 1, 2 o'clock before I'd crack a beer. It's like I got to give myself like drinking water and go eat. It's like, oh, I don't know how you do it, man.
Yeah, I can't drink 2 days in a row, and I don't never start till at least 7 o'clock at night. You know, tonight it was it was about 7:30. I started tonight.
Right.
Because we ran to Myers earlier. It was the lady of the house's last day, so we went to Myers, got some groceries.
So I'm guessing they got their car fixed over there.
Oh yeah, their car's running real well. He
They
had just
find out what was wrong with it.
plugs. He had a plug falling out, so he just had all four of them.
Right on.
A guy right,
Well,
a guy not 100 feet away did it for him.
well, at least it wasn't something too bad. Plugs
Yeah,
aren't not.
yeah. He knows how to remedy them things. He's been doing that for years. Mike's a good guy. He you can tell. You know, he's got all his ducks in a row. That's why I want to be up north, because I know everybody that does the repairs, the fixings, or has extra this or extra that, and you can buy it. You know. Here, I don't know
Right.
anybody, and I can't rely on old friends because old friends are dead.
Right.
Up there, I know everybody. You know, down here, I don't know fucking jack shit. Just that I was around in the 70s and the early 80s here. In the 60s, because I was born in 61. So.
Right.
And everyone my mom was associated were cops, and they're all either dead or gone. See what I mean? Dead, retired, or gone. Everybody I know, not everybody, like I said earlier, they passed away or they went to prison and they're dead silent today, you know. Maybe
Right.
because the court ordered to be. Who knows? No internet. People who get that shit. I got a friend that one of three brothers. Two of them are still alive. Him and his younger brother are alive. The one in the middle died. I looked at his Facebook stuff and I keep wondering why. When I knew him, he had two kids. His name Junior and a daughter. I don't see where they're interacting with him at all. And I don't know why. He went to prison for a while, and I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? But I heard that him and his ex-wife had another kid. That one I never met. Something odd happened, dude. And I met up with him one time. I bet he's not. Let's see, that's north. He's that direction, probably a mile and a quarter. I haven't heard from him since. We got together one time and went and smoked a joint at an old place. It wasn't familiar to both of us, but we both knew about it alongside the lake shore, this lake. And I watched bed bugs crawling on his collar. Oh my God. My housemate doesn't know it, but I stripped off as much as I could before I went in the house, came in the house. And I put it directly in the washer. I had to, you know. Oh my God.
Make you feel all like, ugh.
Well, here's the thing. My stepdad owned property. When I was up north, my stepdad owned property down here. Houses he owned, and they were rentals. And bed bugs weren't a problem back then. Cockroaches were. We'd come down here and clean out an old apartment, paint it, whatever we needed to do. And we'd go back to the farm, my parents' farm up north, and we wouldn't go to the house, we'd go to the barn first off. Strip off our coveralls, put them in a fucking bag. No, really, dude, it was probably the best fucking solution ever, you know? because you don't know what the fuck you picked up there, man.
Right.
It was terrible. Let's see. There's only just the two of us. I don't know why other people aren't joining in. You know what? I'll post it again in the comments. Anyone that comes up, I love this computer. So easy.
There's so much stuff out there nowadays that people get involved in. So many freaking YouTube channels and just some of it. You go to some of these channels, dude. I'll be flipping through channels, and it's the dumbest thing you ever seen, and they'll have like 500 people fucking watching it. It's like, how are you watching this? How are you watching this?
It's the drama that's created through it. Now,
it's not even that.
Yeah.
It's like there's one guy, dude, literally he's almost live almost every night. You'll see him on Shorts and you can watch it live. He's got like this toilet lid around his neck and he's doing stupid shit, and it's like he's got so many people watching. It's like you have to be retarded nowadays to get people to watch you. Like literally.
My last did you see those lives I did from Millen Park?
Yeah, I did the comment on the well. I watched the one.
90, I think I was up to like 95 views. That's the most I've ever had. Wow. It was weird, dude. Captain needs a refill.
Right
I'll be right back, sir. Oh, darn. Yeah, we're talking about viewers. Oh my God, it's like people want to see dumb shit rather than let's go out and talk, make some sense, and talk about everyday current events. They'd rather have so and so said such and such, and you don't agree with that.
That's what people like now. I think this world lives off of freaking drama.
You know, I saw this fire when I was married, and I saw my stepdaughters and my wife all at the same time. They kind of got, of course I checked the calendar, and it wasn't always the calendar, not always, sometimes, yeah. But it was like a fire had gotten started in one of their lives, and they kind of spread it to the to the other sister, and then onto my wife, and it's like why are you all worrying about what you think or believe rather than what you know? It's like they get entwined in it, and it was like they'd all of a sudden come to their senses. I put several fires out like that. I remember that. There's no real dads out there, dude. No real fathers going, I can find fault with God, but should I really rally against him? I mean, really?
No.
No. Perfection and retribution from questioning that perfection has bad consequences.
You're not going to put that fire out, buddy.
Exactly. Stand aside because a lightning bolt's about to strike me.
Yeah.
I have told so many people that. I've stepped away from them and said to them, what are you doing? I'm not going to hit by the lightning bolt that needs to strike your ass down. No, I don't want to be a conductor for your shit.
Right.
That doesn't always end up positive, but yeah. I'm even lighting up small cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole world's just become drama. It's so weird, like thinking about back when I was younger to what it is now. It's like, I don't know.
I look at it like, I have to quote a man, Martin Downey Jr. Do you remember him?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He would call them what they were, pablum puking liberals. That's what he called them, pablum pukers. And that's a comment I keep posting on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm waiting for somebody to acknowledge Martin Downey Jr. was a badass. He let them come up to the podium, in the audience and run their fucking mouth, and he'd put them in their fucking place every time.
Yeah, there was people back in the day.
I've noticed something. I just heard it. Do you know a man by the name of Myron Gaines?
No, it sounds familiar, but no, I can't say I do, I guess.
He's a black guy that understands the politics today. Younger, great mind. He'll go to colleges and tell them, no, a woman's place, you should make me a sandwich. And carry my opinion. And these college people are just like, why? You got to listen to a man, blah, blah, and he's just like, you sound stupid. We need to start slut shaming. He's the one that says, we need to start slut shaming all these whores out here. We need to. Because when it was happening, it brought women to an accountability cycle. Feminism kept trying to erase that shit. No, you can be independent. And if I had a daughter, I had 2 stepdaughters, very independent minded, but I led them to understand, look under scripture where it says to follow your man. But I'm raising you to know if that man is worthy of you following him. That's my job.
Right.
And they both agreed. And both of them have been married. They're in their second marriage and probably their last. Their first ones, they followed their feelings rather than their intelligence. Their second husbands, They followed their intelligence, not their feelings.
Right.
And it's been great ever since for both of them.
That's like you said. If you don't fail in life, you don't understand where you. If you don't learn where your failure was, you're not going to get that intelligence,
Absolutely.
and that's
I
the
think
problem.
I
Nobody
think that
fucking understands intelligence at all anymore nowadays. I think intelligence and common sense is something that's just beyond gone out of this world at some point.
too much
I don't know.
selfish, too much selfishness. What I think and feel is more important than the facts.
Yeah,
Pablum
well,
puker, you know. I call them out. Pablum pukers. That's a liberal today.
living for the flesh. You're living for something that you can't take with you when you're not here. That's what you're doing.
How come? How come even Meathead? God said, "Nah, you're done." He was like a top Pablum puker. Remember Meathead from All in the Family? Michael Stivic.
Yeah, yep.
What was his real name?
Yeah, I know. I know who you're talking about.
Pablum puker. Bye bye. God doesn't let the ignorant live in their late 60s, 70s. Have you noticed that? Usually. There's a few like Robert De Niro. He must have a deal with the devil.
Yeah, he's something else, man. I tell you what.
Yeah, I've seen his statements. It's like, dude, hyperbole uses you as an excuse to lie.
Right.
You know, that's just how fucking out of context. He's another one of those people who used to be relevant in movies, but they're really not relevant in reality. Like Marilyn, like what's her name? Hanoi Jane. You know what I'm talking about? What the hell was her name? She was a blonde bombshell of the 70s. So, hell, can't remember her real name. But she an actress, and she acts like today, like her opinion is so important to the youth today.
Yes, that's how much I don't pay attention to movies and actors. I know who people are when I see them. I know the names, but I couldn't tell if I don't care. You know.
Yep.
I think there was one person that I followed before he passed away, and I've always loved him. Even as a kid growing up, my mom had his album. Was George Carlin.
I'm a little.
Some of his stuff, but he towards the end he was getting pretty political on like as far as like
Jane Fonda. That's who that was. Hanoi Jane. Yep.
Gotcha.
And she tried to talk about the perils of and trying to be on their side, basically the North Korean. Yep.
I mean, look at what's his name. And the funny thing is how they're trying to prosecute Tucker Carlson right now for going to Russia and stuff like that. But yet, what was the basketball player? Oh fuck!
Yeah, and he went to North Korea. Yeah.
He went to North Korea several times. It was
the one
Dennis Rodman.
Madonna ruined him. Madonna fucking. The minute he got with Madonna, his hair went fucking multicolored and went fucking weirdo.
I said, so you can go over there and you can sing happy birthday and play basketball and stuff for a dictator that we don't even get along with, but yet a guy that's in the news that's just going and doing an interview is going to be in trouble now? Like that's like everything in this world like literally took a 360. What used to be wrong is right. What used to be right is now wrong.
Yep, that's how it is.
Yeah, we're we're not evolving, we're devolving. Seriously, as humans, we are not evolving. Maybe some of us are, but for the majority, man, stupidity is off the charts for these young kids nowadays.
You know,
Well, social media, I guarantee you, didn't help it by 90%.
not at all. It's allowed too much, an over assertion of what people are calling First Amendment right to say whatever I want to say. I can say that boys are girls and girls are boys. How fucking stupid. I don't think you should be allowed to say stupid shit.
Well, you can say it, but if I disagree with it, that doesn't mean I need to be kicked off of that platform, or I should be going to jail because I disagree with what you're trying to tell me. Your opinion's your opinion. You live your life, I live mine. This is my opinion.
Or how you identify. What I see you as, that's how I see you as. That's reality to me. You're not going to change my reality for one instant and go, well, maybe that is a woman. Nah, too much grovelly in that voice. You're a dude. You're a dude.
Is that a lump in your throat, or are you just scared to talk to me?
and I know the difference between a chick trying to be grovelly and a dude who can't help but be grovelly. Right. It's all that. What was her name? Mrs. Chokes on Dick? Was that it? That was a dude. South Park? Yeah, South Park.
Yeah.
That was a dude pretending to be a lady. Yep.
Yeah.
But when you riled her up, the groveliness come right out. Yeah. and the Adam's apple. Yeah. Can't see mine because I got too much fuzz done. But because I can grow fuzz on my face, like I tell you, I wish I could transplant half of the fucking growth that's going on here on my face.
Up here?
And put it on my head, man. Yeah.
I said, dude.
I'd love it, man. Should I be in my fucking heyday? The older I get, my face hair will grow like a fucking weed, man.
It's gravity, dude. Everything starts coming up your head and goes down.
Happens here too.
That's
it goes out, it goes down. Yeah.
It's like gravity's just like, yep, no more hair. Now it's like you get all this and.
Yep. I'm going to be glad to be a case study when I'm 100. That's what I'm looking for. I'll be a case study. You smoked how much marijuana? Estimated about 22 pounds worth in my lifetime. And look at me now, I'm 101.
It's funny.
My dad's dad made it into his 80s. That's where I'm kind of hoping to go.
Yeah, I think my grandpa on my dad's side was, I want to say he was 92 when he passed away.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you probably made what is that? Some kind of a Genarian, 100 Genarian. I forget what the name is for it. Yeah. I was going to say octogenarian, but that's not it.
Yeah, I mean, I think my grandpa on my mom's side, I think he was in, I want to say he was in his early 50s, but he passed away, he got electrocuted.
Oh, shit. Well,
he was a truck driver, and some truck driver packed into a pole, and it fell down over the top of his truck. Well, they were telling him not to get out. Well, he stepped out, and that was it.
Yeah, one zap, man, it'll blow your limbs off. It's that
Yeah.
powerful.
He was done.
There's a guy on YouTube that he was running a CB radio, and he tried to hook into the fucking main line of power, and somehow he blew his fucking hand all the fuck. Yeah.
Dumbasses will be dumbasses.
I think his name was Wolverine. What a dipshit. He came to Kalamazoo. Wolverine and a few other First Amendment auditors came.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He used to do it with
came to Michigan something or other. Yeah.
He does. He used to go out with Michigan Constitutional Crusader.
Yep. CC. Yep. That's it.
CC, and then there was I can't remember his real name, but he used to tell everybody his name was Spanky Pants.
Yeah, but now he's got a new channel. Him and his woman do another one.
Yeah, welcome to this world. Welcome to this world media.
Yep, welcome to this world media.
I watched them.
And he just recently did some shit with a guy out of Canada, out of Toronto. They teamed up. TNT. That's his. I can't remember.
TNT's the one that flies the drone all the time.
Yes. Him and Michigan and that other one from Michigan. They teamed up and they were doing a few towns in Michigan. That's just recent.
Yeah, I know. CNC, Constitutional Crusader, does a lot of the shows with them.
Yep. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Wolverine used to drive around in a little scooter.
Yep. Yeah, because he fucking blew his hand off trying to hook into some fucking power line he shouldn't have had no business in. Anyway. Gotta pause. I will be right back. Nature
right
says, "Go do." All right, I'll be right back. No, that was good timing there, man. Yeah. Yeah, MCC. I like him, but he seems like he's been kind of pushed off the side now from Spanky Pants there. Yeah. Because he got him. Here's the odd thing. That quirky little fucker, he's got a girlfriend now. I forget what her channel is.
I don't think that's the original Spanky Pants though, because there's
no that's him. I recognize the voice. Spanky, that's Spanky. Yep, it is. This is welcome to our world. That's Spanky. Absolutely.
I can't remember what he used to go by. I used to follow him all the time when he first came out.
Yeah, me too, because he's Michigan. Yeah, I followed him too. Yep. But then he got a girlfriend. I don't like talking bad about people's women, but he's whipped. You can tell he's fucking whipped, dude. And she's got him dancing her dance, not anyone else's, you know. Oh shit! I just realized I left the jar undone. Now you can't really see. Oh, there you go. Yeah. That's not resin. That's rosin, dude. Yeah, oh yeah. There are rosins out there. $45 a gram.
Damn.
Yeah. Resin is cheap. Rosin that's a primo. I got 2 grams for this month. Plus I got 5 grams of resin. I'll show you that one here. Let me bend over the camera here. Oh, there we go. 5 gram. Baller, no, it's not quite baller. Baller is 7 grams.
Nice.
Yeah. I haven't cracked that open yet. Let me see what that smells like. I don't know how to tell you, but it smells good. Indescribably good. Yeah.
Need some scratch and sniff screens.
Yeah. That's pretty good shit.
Smell-o-vision.
That would be even better. Yeah, smell-o-vision. I love that. And then here's my other partner right here. Got a half of one sitting on top of it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so I could quit smoking rather than. But while I'm drinking, I gotta puff. I gotta.
They go together like a horse and carriage.
and like coffee in the morning too,
Yeah, but I don't drink coffee, so that.
I do have nicotine gum too. Yeah. And I found out today that my health insurance doesn't pay for protein shakes.
Really? Which is weird.
Yeah, that's Boost especially. I couldn't find Boost at Myers. I don't know why. But anyway, I got 2 cases actually of protein shake. And I had to pay cash for that shit. Even my because I have a health card.
Right.
And I can get like $223 of product a month out of that. But that's vitamins, minerals, supplements, you name it. And if they're not going to pay for that shit, I'm going to buy so much extra strength pain reliever. Instead of me anything, but I'll buy it generically rather than buy Tylenol. I'll buy Phillips milk with magnesia. That's the kind of magnesia that you need in your system.
Right.
Rather than the other kind, which would be and I do have a bottle of that. Citric. Yeah. It's a citric magnesium. Yeah. Usually what happens if you're going to go and have a colostomy, they tell you to go buy a bottle of citric. Hang on. I got to get the name of that right. Bottle's sitting right there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, magnesium citrate. They tell you to go buy a bottle of that, drink that down with a gallon of water, and it'll flush everything out of you. I've had two. I've had two. I've had two. That's a colostomy. I've had two of those, and I've had two of the ones from your throat down too. Yeah, I'll never have that done again. Both of them, they got to put you out.
Right.
What I saw when I was nodding out, it looked like Robbie the Robot. Do you remember him, Robbie the Robot? Was this before the robot from Lost in Space? It was this black thing with wheels spinning here. That was Robbie the Robot. He didn't have those spinning wheels, but the suit he had on to get up my bunghole. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, Robbie the Robot. And then I of course, drugs put me out, but that was the image I was left with. Robbie's about to invade a private space.
Yeah, my doctor keeps trying to get me. He's like, yeah, you're at that age. You need to go get this and that. And I'm like, no, I don't think. I'm not ready for all that.
And they keep sending me Cologuard. They sent it to me once. And I said, look, I haven't said anything. Close it up, break it down, put it in the fucking garbage.
That's pretty much what I did.
I didn't agree to send my shit across the mail. No. But what happens is so many years will accrue that I haven't. They'll want me to do a colostomy. And it's like, yeah, Robbie the Robot. There he is. That's what it reminded me of because he was all in black.
I had to look it up. I'm like, I got to see what this looks like.
That's what it reminded me of.
That's funny. It's like, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. I don't want Robbie up my bunghole. No. Hey, I tell you, I woke up out of a surgery one time fucking totally frightened, dude. Because I woke up at some point in it. The rest of me was behind me. Do you understand?
Out of body.
I was on the ceiling. But here's what's weird. I remember turning over and looking, and because there was like cabinets there, right? With surgical supplies and towels and whatever in them. And I remember seeing on top of them. Here's what happened after I announced that to my surgeon the next day. They sent a team in there and they documented what I was telling them. I told them that I saw two different, they look like crayon drawings. And they said, really, what do they look like? And I said, one looked like an island. And the other one was of these like palm trees. They came back to me 2 months later and said, those were the drawings that they had placed on top of those for people who swore that they had been out of their body in the surgery. I confirmed it. Yep. They were crayon drawings of an island, and the other one was palm trees in a crayon form.
Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. Which proved I had an out-of-body experience. And it added to their research. Yep.
Or maybe you were near-death experience?
Yeah, or that far under anesthesia where it separated me. I think that's what it was.
Could be too. I mean,
they would love to be able. See, here's the problem. There was a metaphysicist named Madame Blavatsky, and she had many profound visions that aligned with many prophets and yogis throughout throughout a couple of centuries there. She made a proclamation that only about 20% of all human beings actually have a soul. Since I've heard that, it's made me reassess a lot of people. Wow. You and I both know there are a grandiose amount of people who they don't possess any kind of forethought or any kind of consequence or any kind of moral obligation. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'll change your perception forever once you realize what I'm saying. And I told this to people before.
It's kind of like a lot of people say, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, do you believe in the third eye? And it's like, well, your third eye is the part of your brain that gives you judgment and it allows you to see things that a lot of people can't see in others.
Yes. Only about 1/5 of us have a soul, Mr. Reese.
Well, I hope I do.
I've seen perception come out of your mind. You do. Oops. Hang on, I dropped my earpiece. Let me get back here. I hope it's in both of them. Hello? Nope, it's not both of them. I'm only getting sound out of one ear. That's all right. There's always two. There we are. Cat just came back in. Hey, girl, what's happening? Come up here. Nah, she don't want to. What she wants right now, she's laying down by this little cat toy. Yeah, I'm going to buy a tower for my cat soon. A tower. God, if I could get one. Oh, anyway, but she got this little bitty one, and she lays there, and she's waiting for me to give her some. I'll show you. And some of that. He's like,
she wants to get high too.
I want to get high, Dad. Let's get high.
Dude, our cat's funny. You open up the jar of that and put it by him, he'll smell it, and then he'll look away. And as he's looking away, he looks back real fast, and his paw goes right in the jar and just pulls a whole shit ton of it out. It's like, you little bastard.
Yeah, and I sprinkle it right there at the base of their it's a little scratch post kind of thingy. Yeah. Cat's happy now.
Yeah, our cat will eat a little bit of it, and then he starts rolling around all over in it.
Yep, that's exactly what she does, yeah.
Turns into a spaz for about 10, 15 minutes, and then he's out.
Man, but once in a while, she'll gobble a bunch up, and then she'll go out of my room and go throw up. So I gotta kind of watch for that. Got a roll of paper towel. That's what I forgot tonight. Papers. Tonight was papers night. Paper towel, paper plates, toilet paper. I forgot to get that tonight. I'll go to Dollar General and get it cheaper there than I would have anywhere else anyway.
Right.
I hope it's warm enough.
I don't think tomorrow's supposed to ship. Friday's supposed to be 70-5.
Okay, we'll be good. Yeah, I'll be good. I'll go there without a hoodie or anything else. Just t-shirt and ride around.
Yeah,
of course, the bottom's always covered, but yeah.
I think Saturday's supposed to be kind of crappy.
Whoop, 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 whoop,
Dude,
whoop.
I'm so over it right now. It's like, dude, come on, let's find a temperature and like I don't even care if we stay like 50 to 59 and then just move up, but it's like we're going from 75 to waking up this morning it was 29. I'm like, how does this happen? Like start my car again. I'm like, dude, this is retarded.
Mother
I
Nature
don't know.
Mother Nature gets kind of wicky wacky about this time of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, I know every year it does it, but this year it just seems really odd to me. It just seems more like extreme. Like it's not a gradual low and high. It's like you're high and then you're super low. And then you go high and then you're super low.
And then all of a sudden, it's going to be summer. And it'll still be in the spring, but we'll be at 85, 90 fucking degrees before
90% humidity.
fucking mid June. Yeah. It'll
Yeah.
be fucking hot. What's nice is I have 3 fans. Well, 2 of them are running right now. A little one and one out the window, but the window's closed right now. I should have showed you the setup in here. No, I should have. You pretty much you only see one side of it. The rest of it's TV, card table on top of the TV that's on top of a metal grid basically, and I got screwdrivers and pliers and shit all mounted into this little grid. And then all my marijuana stuff's pretty much on the top of the table, and then just underneath it I got a Foot Locker, and on top of the Foot Locker is all my medications, which are I showed pictures of that: Gaviscon, Phillips, extra strength pain reliever. What's that? Oh, I love them. Them are good. Super Beats. You ever had them?
No.
Oh man, go get you some Super Beats. Centrum Adult 50 plus, potassium, magnesium. I got fish oil and advanced multi 50 plus for men. So that's pretty much. Those are my drugs.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in a pill form, it'd be all right. But I cannot stand beet. Like just eating beets. Ugh.
Dude, I cannot express. Let me grab the jar. Oh my God. Super Beets. These are so fucking tasty. I want to eat more. When they're supposed to take 2 a day, they only take 1 a day because my other multis, they're adding all that. I don't want to overdo it. But anyway, there are 2 times. That's a double X. Super Beets. They are so tasty, man. Like I said, I eat one and wow, that was good. I wouldn't mind having another one. But you're supposed to take 2 a day. I only take 1 a day. But yeah, and not only magnesium but potassium also I got in the background there.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of looking into the. I want to try the methylene blue.
I heard of that.
It's supposed to be really good for you. Yeah, there's a lot of companies, a lot of places getting into that now.
Right.
Been doing a lot of research, but it does a lot of stuff.
I've been drinking a lot of protein shakes. I tried to pay for the protein shakes through my insurance. They won't touch it, motherfuckers.
Which is weird. You would think that would be like something that would fall under vitamins and health. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Even they won't even pay for Boost, but that I got the Boost Extra Protein. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess maybe if it's too good for you, it's not healthy.
And now I'm addicted to bottled water. I can't help it because of the bottle. I get mine from Ice Mountain. I put the doors in Ice Mountain up in just outside of Big Rapids in Mecosta County. Yep. I know the water they get all theirs from. Same water I drank for 35 plus years up there.
Right.
Well water. Yep. I know it's good. But I missed. There used to be and I've been back there since. There was this cemetery I'd go to, and they had a water spigot just outside of like one of these mausoleums, and I'd turn that on and drink from that, and that had such a high iron content. I loved that water, man. It tasted really like it was. I get like a shiver from it, like it benefited me. You know that your body never lies to you.
Right.
Your mind will, but your body won't. It can't. It's obligated.
Right. Problem is most people just ignore it.
Yes, they do. Something I eat and I get a shiver from, I want more of. I eat fish, and I get that kind of a shiver from it.
Right.
I don't eat much fish oil. Too much will not do you good. A little bit now and then. I eat fish like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, I'll eat fish. I'm not a big fan of it. Just depends on what it is, though.
Yeah, I like my Gordons.
I like
Hamburger.
smoked salmon.
Man,
I like some walleye. Walleye's good.
smoked salmon. I've had lots of smoked salmon. I love it.
Oh, smoked salmon is so good.
We used to go out on a charter boat, and this captain would always have a good selection of smoked salmon for us while we were fishing.
Good stuff. So good.
Yeah. And we'd always give him a quarter. Yeah. And he would lower the fee to take us out fishing if we gave him a quarter of the fish. Yep. Because he'd smoke that, and then the next guest, everybody got
right.
Yep.
The good old barter system, that doesn't exist anymore, does it?
No, it sure doesn't. I've walked into stores I've walked into stores up north there and went, we ought to go back to barter. Oh no, because I always get screwed on barter, but they've done barter before. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays people are too dishonest. That's the problem.
I think when it comes to livestock or raw materials, I think that should be like goat's milk. That's high in protein, man.
I would say too, though, if you look back in history, back in the day when the barter system was really strong, like especially during like the Great Depression and times before that, that was people didn't have the money, so that was basically the way that people got what they needed. You almost had no choice to do bartering, Now it's like everything's just you can call frickin' McDonald's and they deliver it to your door. Why do I need to go barter? It's a lost art.
I keep getting island views basically off the feed I got going on YouTube for the music in the background. I could do this just for a second. That's what I'm looking at.
That's where I'd like to be right now.
Oh yeah, different beach vacation spots. Live, well, not live. God, I wish they were live. Back when they were live when they were taken. Oh, there we go. All right. There's that winch in the background. You hear her? I'll get a pirate to get on her.
Somebody needs to bend her over and give her a spanking.
Well, the captain did, but you know, she's so used to this captain or that captain. You kind of know what you're dealing with, right? A kind of a free fall winch.
Right.
I had enough of them in my 20s. Had a son with one.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah, that's where the music's coming from.
Nice, nice. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
I wish Dirty a happy birthday and invited him. Said, hey, man, you're always welcome.
I don't ever see him go up anymore.
He doesn't do. He pops the lives up, but it's only for him and Ogre.
Yeah, for the wrestling.
Yeah. No, hey, more than welcome. I would respect him. I wouldn't start ragging on Canada like I have my posts. I'll leave him alone. I agree to that. But I know so much more. Canada's not the fucking shining example he tried to present it itself as.
I don't think any country in this world is what it used to be anymore, man.
Well, they keep trying to rival themselves to the U.S., and that should tell you something. That's usually what losers do. If you're not winning, you try to rival yourself with the winner, and Canada's not doing so well. Matter of fact, other provinces of Canada are starting to make deals off the side with Trump. I've learned that just recently, especially with oil out of one of the other provinces. And they don't...
Because they know they can get money.
Well, what they want to do is they want to set it up so that Toronto and its province doesn't suck up the revenue from it.
Right.
They want their province to be the benefactors, not the rest of it. And so many of the other provinces, they just soon be another state of the United States rather than of Canada.
Right.
The majority have ruled that they want to be part of the U.S. rather than part of Canada's, Toronto's, what's that, Ottawa? Is that what Providence, Toronto is?
Dude, I couldn't tell you.
But anyway, whatever Providence Toronto's a part of, the rest of the provinces, they suffer because that province sucks up all the fucking revenue from their generated.
Now, Toronto is part of Ontario.
That's what it is, Ontario. Ontario's the outlier. That all the other provinces, east and all the west ones, and even the north, they want to become part of the U.S.
But Ottawa is located in Ontario too.
Yes. Ontario province. Oh well, guys, keep playing stupid with. Well, we could probably get it cheaper through China. No, you can't, because we'll put such sanctions on China that it'll be cheaper to go through us. They don't realize how this shit works. Canada does not survive without the U.S.'s backing, and we want to. Our government wants to make a fucking point of that.
Right.
So why not become part of us rather than a separate country that wants to distribute the wealth from all the other provinces into one that nobody wants to invest in? You see, I've seen that. The U.S. says, if you're part of fucking that province, no. Oh, by the way, ban our liquor. Go right ahead. And they did. And they fucking did. Have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, no more American whiskey. Because the tariffs are so high on it. They pretty much don't have it. They don't get American whiskey.
Wah, wah, wah.
There's always Canadian Mist. Oh, that's a good whiskey. First whiskey I ever drank, and made a fool of myself. But anyway, they can't beat the Southern boys, especially the legal moonshiners nowadays. No, and they're not really moonshiners anymore. They're entrepreneurs.
Right.
My grandmother, her second marriage, she was married into a family that used to do whiskey running. And I got the real story from a real whiskey runner. They had plastic bladders, put in the sides of the doors, 4-door, black or dark green color, spray painted basically, and they'd run the back roads of Kentucky and Alabama. And my grandpa was one of those runners since he was like 13 to 24, 25. He used to run liquor. Yep. The revenuers are always trying to get them.
Yeah. Some things never change. Revenuers are still out there. Fucking road pirates.
Yeah, they are. Revenuers are still trying to catch all the moonshiners.
Yeah.
And then you got the cheaper moonshiners that are using liquid sugar additive bullshit, and that just doesn't. In the end, you let it sit for 2 years and you watch it separate. That's not a good whiskey. Not at all.
No.
You don't want it to ever separate. But that's what happens when you use, bullshit sugars rather than pure. And then pure, they keep raising the price on, of course.
Yeah, what isn't raising the price on anything nowadays it's ridiculous.
Absolutely. One thing I noticed was the states that are starting to ban, on unhealthy foods from like their welfare programs, they don't ban sugar raw.
Because it's good for you.
Well, what this means is this: people are going to have to start going back to basics to create their own junk food.
Which is healthier. Doesn't have all the preservatives, all the bullshit in there.
Yep. Yep. All the wood fillers and
Well, yeah,
whatever.
all the additives and preservatives is what's making food shit nowadays.
Yep. Make it out of pure raw materials. Make your own candies, your own sweets. Yep.
And what people don't realize is a lot of that stuff you can freaking can that stuff and it'll sit on a shelf for 20 years and still be fine.
Yep.
Like I said, it's a lost art. We've become too spoiled. We can have everything delivered to us. So why should we take an hour to go make our own food when we can just have somebody bring it to us? You know?
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we'll get through it. And hopefully the next generation will as well. They'll be able to see through the bullshit. And then generation beyond that and beyond that.
That's the big thing with me. I always tell everybody, you know, I'm like, if shit ever hits the fan or, you know, if something happens to where stuff is not within reach of money, I said, I'm one of the people that grew up. I said, I know how to do a garden. I know how to plant stuff. I know how to hunt. I know how to get food. I said,
Yep.
none of you guys are going to be like, you're going to be knocking on my door asking for food. And I'll be like, did you listen to your grandma and grandpa when you grew up? Sorry.
You know, I wish I could help you, but the minute I start giving you, you'd become a dependent
Yeah.
rather than a co-supplier.
I'll be like, I'll
Sorry.
tell you what, I'll feed you. You owe me a week in my garden, and then you can learn the skills, and then you're on your own.
I'll teach you to fish, and after that, you got to fish by yourself, motherfucker. Pick
Yeah.
your own stream, your own river, or lake, whatever the fuck, but don't do mine because I'm not about to supply you or give you where to go to get the supplies. Find that out for yourself, bitch.
Otherwise, there's this really cool thing called lead that flies really fast.
Exactly.
It's like a supersonic jet.
Reality. Oh, fuck, I can't do it on my own unless I listen. Ah. Yeah, I've seen that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Cappy, I got to get out of here.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Feels like we just started, but 11 o'clock. I gotta get some sleep. It's the beginning of the month. We actually put out 257 packages today.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's not including our skids. So
Oh, shit. Mr. Reese, I want to thank you very much for being here. Oh, yeah, man.
oh, for sure, man. If I don't make it up on the weekends, I'll get up here during the week at least.
Right.
Now with the warmer
It'll be a
weather,
couple
usually
days.
wife likes to go out.
But here-
Wife likes to go out by the fire on the weekends. So
No, wrong one. I only got one feeding it. There we go. But yeah, thank you for being here, and it'll get better. Let's see, this is Wednesday, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. We'll see what happens.
I would say maybe it looks like Saturday is gonna probably be like a crappy night, so might be indoors. Friday night's looking like a good night, so we'll probably be at a fire.
All right,
Saturday looks like a rainy night, so we're probably not going to be outside on that night. So
Right on. All right, man.
if not, I'll pop in and say hi anyway.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
All right,
man.
brother. God bless. Have a good night, man. Peace.
Peace out. Thank you, Mr. Reese, for being here. Hey, it doesn't get any better than that, right? And here we are, the captain, full screen, once again. All right, Mr. Reese, definitely, man. Couldn't do it without you. You know that. Just wish we had more guests, man. I got up to 10 spaces. I don't know why people are afraid. Some even have their own channel. Others don't. That's all right. Hey, I want to give a shout out to AC in the shit show. Watch. You want to hop up there on the chat and start talking stupid? You done fucked up. AC, good to see you. Glad you stopped by. Let's see, who else? Let me give some shout outs here. Ooh, I watch a lot of YouTube shit. Dan Bongino. Absolutely. Shout out to Dan Bongino. I'll never get him up here. Dan is a sub. I don't want to say it. Dan needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Hashtag Dan Bongino. Hashtag Dan Bongino. Let's see what happens off that. Sometimes off your own when they translate to yeah, that really does help. Let's see who else. I already said Hassel. Good evening, dear. Glad you're there or not there. We can talk, but oh well, that's all right. Yeah. Either way. Let's see who else am I gonna shout out to. I said Dirty Mike already. Yeah. Shout out to you, brother. I wish you would pop up once in a while. That'd be nice. We don't have to discuss Canada at all. All right. Anyway, glad you could all be here. I'm going to end this stream so I love the music background, but I'm more in the mood right now for more of a heavy metal. Sammy Hagar, Chicken Foot. Yeah. More of that kind of music than the blues. Thanks for being here, everyone. Oh, I know one more person I'm going to give a big shout out to. JB on the Isle of Wight. Shout out to JB. Love you, brother. Glad we go back and forths here. I wish you'd come up, man. But I know this is like 4 o'clock in the morning for you, somewhere in there. We need to set a timeline and I'll come up early just so you could be up here on panel with me. Even if I got to go at noon here, I don't care, man. I'll bring you up, brother. Let me know what time's good for you. JB on the Isle of Wight. All right, good night, everyone. And thanks for being aboard the Tempest. That's right. Captain Smoke here at the Captain's Tape, signing out.